What's up, guys? How's it going? I know some of you are going to join me live. Some of you are going to watch this later. So I'm just going to kind of say some of the stuff as if you're watching it later. Welcome to the chat, Top Killer. Long time no see. Am I going to react to the Captain trailer? Absolutely. I watched a little sneak peek earlier. I didn't really focus on it because I like to do live reactions. So we're definitely going to watch that together. I'm going to go ahead and let my Twitter feed know that we're live. Used to in the old streaming software that I used, I was able to do this easier beforehand, but oh well. New software takes longer. I'm actually probably going to jump into that fairly soon. If you're watching this after the fact, we just got two big announcements today. One of them is the first issue of The Amazing Spider-Man celebrates Marvel's birthday and the landmark of issuing Spider-Man's first series, plus witness his first meeting with the Fantastic Four. This digital comic is available with 5 variants, just like we saw in all the other blind boxes. I do think that this the Amazing Spider-Man is going to be crazy. Yo, what's up, Crypto Neon? Welcome to the chat. I absolutely think this is going to be fire. Not just this, but the Captain America is going to be like insane. This specifically, though, so I have a very, I don't know what to call it, uncommon, I guess, response to all the comics. I think it's oversaturated. I have a big argument about this laid out somewhere that I posted on my Twitter like a week ago. There's like 30,000 comics in existence. And each drop, we're getting like 100,000, something like that. Maybe not that much, but we're getting quite a bit. So I think as a whole, the comics are going to be oversaturated depending on how many. And I know the arguments like, oh, it's going to hit immutable. It's going to change this. I think some of the comics, that's the case. I don't think that's for every comic. I do think, and again, just my opinion, that this is going to be one of the comics that you're going to want to have. Let me go ahead and blow it up a little bit so we can see the cover variants. Just because it's the first edition of The Amazing Spider-Man. Obviously, Spider-Man's huge. I think this comic's going to be huge. This one and, of course, the first Marvel one, we're already seeing crazy price increases in this. I think the first Marvel comic, the floor is like 5,000 right now. And to back up my argument, if you look at some of the other comics over the VeVe app right now, the Fantastic Four, the Marvel one, not the number one, the after that, some of the other ones. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. All of those are kind of under 1,000. So there's a reason that we're seeing some comics high and some low. There's a lot of variants. Is this the first appearance of Spider-Man? Actually, I can pop these up now. Is this the first appearance of Spider-Man or just where Spider-Man is the Mac? I believe this is the first appearance of Spider-Man, but you know what? Let's look at it. What was the first, what is it? First appearance of Spider-Man in a comic book. Written by Stan Lee, rest in peace, and co-writer Steve Ditko. He had first appearance in anthology storybook comic Amazing Fantasy number 15, August 1962. What is this? The Amazing Spider-Man, 2 great thrillers, extra speed. I don't know. That's a good question. That doesn't seem to answer it. This one is. It just says The Amazing Spider-Man. It has the Fantastic Four. I guess this is his first time meeting the Fantastic Four. It looks like this one. Whoops. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Yeah, 1963, first series, and that's what we saw was 1963. So 1962 was he was in the Silver Age comics. So I wasn't a big comic collector back in the day. Really, VeVe got me more into comics than I already was into them. But it looks like that this, and did VeVe say anything about it? The first issue of The Amazing Spider-Man celebrated landmark issue, Spider-Man's first series plus witness his first. Okay, so this was his first meeting with the Fantastic Four. I guess this only dropped a year after his first comic in 1962. So that's pretty cool. Yes, we are getting Spidey comics too. I'm super excited about this. As a lot of you know that follow me on Twitter or follow my other live streams, I am not super bullish on the comics as a whole. I think it's awesome, and I think some of them are going to be worth great value someday. But I think it's an oversaturated market, especially right now. I think we saw an increase in prices from the hype. We're going to see a decrease from people understanding that there's 30,000 comics to possibly be made. And then we'll see certain comics rise over time. Definitely, I think the first appearance of this is Spider-Man's first appearance over a comic in VeVe. Also his first time meeting the Fantastic Four. I think this one's going to be awesome. They haven't released a Medium article yet. I would love to go through that. maybe by the time I'm done with this video, they'll release the Medium article. I would love to like kind of have a closer look at the secret rare. I don't love how all the editions look almost identical. The colors are just different. Fun fact, during the Marvel #1 drop, I accidentally bought an uncommon thinking it was an ultra rare or a rare because the color difference was like these two. Like you could barely even see that. Like one had a little bit of color and the other one had no color. Just a dumb mistake. I was trying to snipe and got too quick with it. This is going to be lit. Not just this, but I'm going to get into it in a second. I'm letting a few more people join that might be missing it, but we have something even bigger than this. We have the first real or the first collectible of Captain America dropping. We can go ahead and watch it together. So this is going to be cool. So yeah, VeVe 31 minutes ago said that they're issuing the first Amazing Spider-Man. And then we got this. Hold on, I'm going to pause it real quick. Marvel's first celebrate the Marvel's greatest heroes and villains in their original debut, costumes like never before. Those premium digital statues of Captain America drop in honor of its 80th anniversary, Tuesday, the 31st of August at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I think it's kind of like cool, yet I don't know. It's like I feel like they're only announcing these drops a couple days ahead of time now. It used to be like a week or even more than that. I kind of like it because instead of having something announced like a month in the future, at least we kind of like get a I don't know. You don't have to like wait all this time for it, but at the same time, for those that like need to save money or get ready for the drop, there's not a lot of time to prepare. I did watch a little bit of this earlier, but it's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and take a look at it together. I don't know why the quality looks a little chopped, but I'm going to break down this video afterwards, by the way. There's a lot to unpack here. That's a great question. Where are the villains then? Did it restart? Okay. Yeah, because it does say heroes and villains in the original debut, costumes like never before. I don't know where the villains are at. Maybe we'll get a second post before the Medium article drops. That'd be kind of cool. So the Medium article hasn't been released yet. Like I said earlier, there's a lot to unpack in this video. First off, when it's going through all the motions, I'm assuming that these are all the different variants that you can get. Not variants, but like additions that you can get. Like the common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare. Because like if you watch his movements here, and this might be obvious to most people, but I don't know. I guess it didn't click with me until the end of the video. Like him smashing the shield down is the secret rare, him doing those poses. I haven't broken them down exactly, but once we actually see coming up, see that's his stance that he did at the beginning of the video. I believe he was running in the video as well. And then you have him slamming his shield down that he did at the end of the video, and that's the secret rare. Also, I didn't notice, and I didn't get a Spider-Man secret rare, but did it have the sound effects like this? I don't know. The sound effects kind of stood out to me more in this video. A lot of time when I'm looking at like different VeVe stuff, I don't have my sound volume on, so maybe it had it. I just never noticed it. I do think the sound effects are kind of cool, like him deflecting the bullets at the beginning. I don't know if that's going to be part of it or not. Let's see what we got in the chat. I agree. Only the few of the comics will hold the most value, aka the first comic in any FA on the prominent characters. Yes, if you follow me on Twitter or you've seen my live streams, I agree with this 1,000%. Yeah, we've already seen a lot of the comics fall off. I think, of course, eventually they'll gain more value once they are able to be put into your showrooms and able to be moved to Immutable. But that doesn't deny the fact that there's 30,000 potential comics with thousands being added every year. So not every single comic's going to be worth way more in the future. It did say heroes and villains. The more comics there will be, the more expensive rare the first will be. Yep. Let's see. I think it's a series similar to the Mighty, so each drop will be a different hero or villain wearing their ever costume they appear in. Yeah, I do too. I'm wondering what the first villain's going to be. I mean, I don't want to speculate too much, but I mean, is it going to have to do with Captain America, or is it going to be like a random villain? Secret rare will be animated. Yeah, so like I know it's going to be animated, but like you see what I'm saying about the sound effects? Can somebody answer that in the chat if you know? Apparently, I don't know if the Spider-Man had the sound effects or not. I didn't get the Spider-Man Secret Rare, and I guess when I watched the animation, I never actually had my volume on. So if you actually own a Spider-Man Secret Rare, does it have sound effects during the animations in VeVe? Because that'd be pretty cool. I'll show you what I mean. And don't worry, I'm not going to play this video 100 times. The bullets right there, like, you know, how you could hear the bullets bouncing off the shield. The shield hitting the ground, that's actually the secret rare animation that it's going to have, I'm assuming, is him throwing the shield down. And then these are just the poses. But, like, I wonder if the sounds will be incorporated. That'd be kind of cool. It tells you animated at the bottom. Yeah, I know it's going to be animated. I was just talking about the sounds. I'm pretty sure it had SFX. Yeah. Okay, SFX for the secret rare Spidey senses. Okay, cool. I didn't get one, so. Somebody said, if you played this 100 times, I'm not even going to complain. I'm too hyped for this. Yeah, this is pretty sick. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm like really sick of the blind boxes right now. I think it's a great idea, but I just feel like we're getting beat to death with them. I mean, like, I'll buy like 10 boxes. I'll get 10 commons and maybe one uncommon. And I'll have somebody on my feed or one of my friends buy like 2 boxes and get a secret rare. I know some people are saying that it's not just RNG. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on why. Maybe it's just bad luck. But I'm ready to actually able to like go for a drop. I don't know. Like, I need a break from blind boxes. My wallet needs a break from blind boxes. Yeah, the last drop, I didn't get a whole lot of boxes, but I got nothing but things. And I don't even remember the other uncommon. Slipped my mind. I'm gonna look it up. What was the other common? I can't think today. By the way, I live in the South, and there's a hurricane about to hit like near my city in the next like few hours. So my brain's a little scrambled right now. That's why I wanted to go live and do this, opposed to making a video later. Yeah, I got things and Mr. Fantastic. That's it. So, and then on the last few comic drops, I mean, I've gotten nothing but commons. On the first one, the Marvel #1, I got a rare. I was really excited about that. That was the best thing that I got. I had a friend who got a 4-digit secret rare on the what's it called? The Loki's first appearance drop, and that was really cool. Let's see there. They usually release Medium articles not long after. Let me get out of this. They usually release Medium articles not long after they post like videos and teasers. I don't know if they'll have it already. I guess not. Let's actually check the Medium. Yeah, no, should probably be following Immutable X. Things are moving to that, but whatever. VeVe Medium. Nope, still nothing. Like I said, usually I do it fairly quickly, but all right. So I want to show you guys real quick. Let's see. I wish it's going to be a Sinister Six villain for the new Spider-Man film. Oh, like you wish the first villain would be that? I don't know. I mean, we've gotten like a couple of villains, but I don't love these mighty drops. I don't know. Like maybe the first villain is going to be Red Skull, being he was the first villain appearance in the Marvel Mighty drop. And then maybe the next one's going to be Doctor Doom. I don't know. Speculation, but I'm glad we're actually, I mean, this is the first, like, I don't know what word to use for it, like digital collectible that's not a Marvel Mighty that we've gotten since the Spider-Man drop. So since the beginning of the month. It feels like forever. But, I mean, it's only been a little under a month. I mean, we've gotten nothing but blind boxes since then. So this is, like, in my opinion, just a breath of fresh air. Let's see. Somebody said, I'm assuming that means I bought 35 on my phone, did not get a single real check. I didn't get anything over a rare. I don't know how many total comics and drops that I bought. Hold on. Here's my cat jumping on the screen. Say hey, Onyx. But, yeah, I don't know how many total I bought, but, yeah, I didn't get anything better than a rare. Yeah, so my opinion, what I was talking about earlier, this video is mainly going to be to like view like the newer stuff. There's just a lot of comics, guys. Like look at this. Where was it at? There was, I think. Oh, that look at that. Okay, just to show you the worth of our common that we have. There's only 40,000 of them. I'm just typing in like how many comics there are, and boom, look at that cover we get. That gets me hype right there. I don't know if you own any of these, but that's just amazing. But yeah, I'm just trying to see the total amount of comics. I know that it's around 30,000. I think it's a little shy of 30,000. Here it is. So basically, if you add up all the comics together, it would total up to be 29,418 comics. And then we get about 358 comics each year, which frankly seems a little for 82 years. Anyway, so 30,000. And bear with me on this math for a second. We have on each drop, how many? 60,000 total? Yeah. So, or 60,000 just common. 60,000 total. So 30,000 times 60,000. I don't know if anybody feels like doing the math on that. I did it the other day and I got how much it would be, but that's a lot of comics. And so even if you get a 1 in 1,000 comic, like, I don't know, like you get the secret rare. Where's, this is just the, okay. So even if you get the secret rare out of 600, you got to think that there's 30,000 more secret rares to be had. So instead of being one of 600, you would do 30,000 times 600. You actually got one of 18 million total secret rares, if you see what I'm saying. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to be worth anything, because don't get me wrong, like I understand Immutable. I understand that we're going to have more exposure, that you're going to be able to put these up in AR and read them. I think a lot of things are going to help the value, but I really think it's going to be like the really solid comics that stand above the rest, because the market's so saturated. And that also doesn't mean that VeVe is going to put every one of those comics on the platform. There's just a lot of potential for them to put it on there. What I do think is going to be potentially worth something in the future is the first time we see Spider-Man in the comics. So I don't know. If I could have redid things, I would have bought less of the last drops, and I would have bought more of this, you know, hindsight, if I knew this was coming, and I would have bought more of the Marvel #1. Yo, what's up, Calamity? What's up, Cambit? How you guys doing today? We're just taking a look at the new drop. I'll actually probably replay the video, even though I told Chad earlier that I wouldn't play it 100 times, just so you guys can see it. And so people that are just now tuning in can see it, because I know, you know, a lot of you weren't here from the beginning. But we're basically getting 2 new drops. We're getting another comic drop, but this one actually is featuring Spider-Man, so that's really freaking cool. It's his first time meeting the Fantastic Four. To my knowledge, this is like the 1 year after the Spider-Man first appeared in a comic book. I think the first time he appeared was in 1962, and this is 1963. I'm pretty sure that's what I read earlier. So thumbs up for Spidey comments. My personal opinion, yes. I hate that I have to say this, because I hope none of you ever take any YouTuber's advice on anything without doing your own research and making your own decision. But yes, I personally think that the Spider-Man's a good snag. We'll see. So if you missed this earlier, this is really freaking cool. I'm excited about this. This is the Captain America drop. I'll kind of commentate as we go through it, just because I did show it off earlier. I don't want people just to have to watch it over and over again. But this is a really cool promo that they did. They essentially show like an AR version of the collectible that we're getting, and then they show the poses. So you got common, uncommon, maybe. I might get them slightly off. I think the running is the rare. I don't know where that comes in. And then hitting the shield down is the secret rare. I didn't see him run, so maybe the running wasn't showed. So it's going to kind of like show, like, yeah, there it is, common, uncommon. I don't know. Yeah, so they didn't show that. And they did show this, a little animation at the bottom where he hit the ground. That's going to be secret rare. Obviously, it's going to be animated. I would, if it goes off the Spider-Man cost, our last Spider-Man secret rare was $400. Immediately the next day, it was worth upwards of $2,500. And then the ultra rare, I'm trying to think if anybody remembers in chat. It was, I know it was over 100. It had to have been, or it might have been 100 because the rare was 90, correct? Yeah, the rare was 90. I don't remember what the ultra rare was or what it was worth afterwards. I was just monitoring the secret rare. And then the secret rare got as high as like 2,800, kind of fell off to like 2K. I don't know where it's sitting at right now. This is also the first drop that we've seen in almost a month. That's not a Marvel Mighty or a comic. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's happening Tuesday, one day before the Afrodroid drop. Shout out to all my Afrodroid peeps that are watching this or watch this later. I'm super excited. It's a project with a very good community behind it that gives a lot of money to charity. I'm not going to talk about it too much on this live stream, but I have other videos about it if you want to know more about it. I still don't think that they've tweeted the Medium article for it. Kind of hoping they would. For those of you that are just tuning in, I live in the South and we're about to get hit by a hurricane. So I wanted to do this video really quick before the hurricane hit. It's Hurricane Ida, I think. This is going to be, besides Laura last year, this is supposed to be the biggest hurricane to hit us since the 1850s. So yeah, that's not going to be a lot of fun. Thankfully, I'm like just on the outside of it. So I'm probably going to get anywhere between 50 to 65 mile per hour wind. But I don't have a mandatory evacuation. Just might lose power. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I guess it just depends on where you live. Everybody's got their own problems to deal with. Ours in the South just happen to be hurricanes. Let's see what I missed. Somebody said, as soon as I saw the breathing animation, I got hype. Did I notice that? Where was that at? What part of the video was that at? Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. I didn't even think about that. That's pretty sweet. Good spot there. Where's this at? Oh, well. Somebody answered ultra rare 250. Okay. So the ultra rare is worth 250. I know it at least doubled the next day on the Spider-Man. I don't know how, like maybe it got 3x at one point. Oh, we're watching all these vids under a microscope. Oh, is it too is it too small? I can do this. Yeah, better. Appreciate it, man. I hope we do stay safe. I was in Texas this weekend, like North Texas, and when I was coming back home, I saw all of the FEMA trucks and line workers and police and military coming our way, and I was like, man, I'm traveling the wrong way. Oh, okay, got you. Said nah, because we noticed the breathing. No, I mean that's a great detail, and that I kind of wish I would have noticed, because I mean that just shows you that there's so much art that goes into like every little detail of it. I really wish they would drop the Medium article. They usually drop it like right when not long after they post these, like within the hour, but still nothing. Am I the only one that reads like the Medium articles like the minute they come out? I literally, like, I'm not kidding. If I wasn't on live right now, I would be under this Medium article page, like refreshing it constantly. Whoops. I guess I don't need these. Don't need this. Yeah, still nothing. Man, this is crazy. Like, this is our first drop since Spider-Man. I mean, that's not a blind box that I get comments from. I'm not hating the blind boxes. Like, I think for let me get back on the screen. Oops. I think for certain people, the blind boxes are awesome because there's so many of them, and it kind of allows everybody an opportunity to get something really good. You know, Cambit here in chat, he stopped buying VeVe for like 3 months. Comes and buys 2 comics and snags a secret rare. What was it? The low-key secret rare of four digit mint. So I mean that's pretty crazy. So I mean that the blind boxes have that potential, you know, to attract new users or users that haven't been there a while. It's just, you know, after getting like the last, how many drops were 1, 2, 3? The last 4 drops were where blind box is. So, I mean, I think it's time to give us a break. Did you guys get anything good out of the blind boxes? I would show you what I got. Sometimes I connect my phone to the screen, but I didn't this time. But like, I mean, it's mainly commons. I snagged a lot of stuff off the secondary market day after drop. Again, that Marvel comic #1 was what I was really after. And I mean, as you can see, the value is already going up pretty exponentially. I wonder if Marvel has tweeted about this yet. I think Marvel has done a very good job at shilling VeVe. I mean, obviously, they make a lot of money off of this. I'm surprised they didn't put the low-key comic here. Next week's comics. Okay, these are just there. Oh, I'm glad we're here. Okay, so I see a lot of debate online, like that Marvel already has digital comics, so what's the point of getting them on VeVe? This is a great question. The difference is because one is a digital comic and the other one is an NFT. So I mean, if you're watching this live right now, you're probably interested enough in NFTs to know this. But NFTs, there's a limited amount minted, especially once this goes on to the Ethereum blockchain via Immutable X. Once that happens, there's only going to be, say, 600 of the secret rares in existence. That not only you can read, you can blow up to scalable AR and use on the blockchain to buy and sell. These comics, these digital comics, can continuously be made. There's not an exact amount of them, an exact minute, and they don't exist on the blockchain. So, I mean, that's the biggest difference. I saw a Reddit post about it the other day that really broke it down better than I just did. Because, I mean, I'm being put on the spot, like, right now talking about it. But, I mean, like, each one has its own set of values and reasons, you know? Like, there's a reason for, like, hard copies, you know? There's a limited amount of certain editions, but they do get old and break, and like, the spines break. They're hard to take care of, and but they'll be worth more if you take good care of it. Then the digital copies, there's an unlimited amount. You can't put them on blockchain technology. You can't buy, sell, and trade them. Whereas the NFTs kind of put those two worlds together. There's a limited amount of them, and they'll always be taken care of because it's not like you can break the spine of a book or mess it up or tear up the pages, because like forever and always it will exist on the blockchain. It will show who bought and sold it, and it will maintain its value. I mean, obviously depending on supply and demand, which if we're in this field, we believe that it's going to succeed. Again, I know 99% of you watching this know that. You don't have to be explained why an NFT is better than a digital comic. You know what Immutable X is and that we're going to exist on the Ethereum blockchain. But for those of you that don't, that are watching this live or that are watching this later, I just wanted to make that clear that these comics that you're seeing on VeVe, although I'm not super bullish on them as a whole, they are different than digital comics that, like, say, Marvel posts. I hope I did a decent job at explaining that. If not, I'm sorry. Okay, so the last thing Marvel really shilled was the Marvel Mighties. Oh, well, I mean, that was only a couple days ago. What do they have? 12 million followers on Twitter? Yeah, 12.1 million. And I think they have like double that on Instagram, which is kind of weird that they have so much more on Instagram than Twitter. So, I mean, we're getting exposure. There's just a lot that needs to happen. While we're here, I know a lot of you, again, probably know this, but why is OMI not moving? Let's take a look at OMI today. They do promote them on drop days. I just didn't know if they might before. All right, let me make this bigger than myself. We are up a whopping 2.7% today. Let's look at the chart. So we've been hovering around this like 0.0030 for a long time, since pretty much this whole month, really the last 90 days. Yeah, we haven't really moved much further than this for a while. So, why? Yeah, and I think I saw a tweet that I would like to break down into a video later. Shout out to Crypto Far West. He made, by the way, if you're watching this and you haven't watched Crypto Far West, a YouTube documentary on WTF is VeVe 2, it's mind blowing. Like seriously, like you have to watch this. I don't care if you're invested in VeVe, you don't care about VeVe, whatever. This is a work of art. It's funny, it's informative, it's motivational. Like go watch this video. I can't stress it enough. Like I've watched it like 3 times and it's like 14 minutes long. Go watch that video. Anyways, we were talking about OMI price. If you're watching this video, you're invested in OMI, then this little section is for you, because this tweet says it best, and I will break down this tweet. I hope to break down this tweet in a separate video to kind of let everybody know my opinion on that. Let's see. All right, here it is. Tell me this is not a great chart for someone who needs a life-changing investment. First off, I disagree with the chart that this is a great chart for who needs a life-changing investment, because this chart looks like a pump and dump. This looks like that it got all the way up and everybody hyped it up, and Andre Jit got in there and was like, hey, what's OMI? And Logan Paul got in there and mentioned OMI, and there's some Pokemon stuff going on in here, and then the founders dumped everything. That's not what happened. There's a lot more to it, but this is what I highly agree with. OMI is now waiting on these next key elements. Migration to Immutable X Ethereum. So, I mean, that's what it says right there, is that we're moving from GoChain to Ethereum. The collectibles are going to be moving via, hopefully, not just inside the app, but able to exist on a blockchain. There's a big argument around the community that VeVe isn't real NFTs. Even one of the influencers on the VeVe, I don't want to call them out, basically just left VeVe and is now like, oh, it's not real NFTs. It's absolutely real NFTs. The main argument is that you can't get them out of the app right now. Therefore, like the not your keys, not your wallet thing, we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to do that via Immutable X. If you know anything about VeVe, you know anything about the plan, the roadmap, you know that the real NFTs that you're going to be able to take off the app. There's no argument to that. To me, you're either intentionally spreading FUD at that point, or you just don't know what you're talking about. So that will launch us into OpenSea, Rarible. He's basically just naming like markets that are out there that buy and sell NFTs that will gain more exposure. I've been like browsing OpenSea a lot lately, looking at new projects. There's so many projects at OpenSea that are so good charities, good purposes, good utility. So, but you know what though? They don't have these licenses that we have. These licenses with DC and Marvel and Cartoon Network, like that's going to blow their minds once they see these like crazy, beautiful, constructed AR NFTs like hitting the platform. People are going to notice that. So not only are going to people like be like putting more money in to get these, like it could potentially go viral the minute that it hits one of these sites. Could, you know, I don't want to be that YouTuber that's a moon boy. I don't want to be like, oh, we're going to hit it. We're going to hit Immutable, we're going to hit OpenSea, and we're going to, you know, skyrocket. I don't know. But regardless, what I do know is that's going to end the debate whether VeVe makes NFTs or not. ECOMI buybacks. All right, so what this is, I have a whole separate video on this. There's other good videos online. But what an ECOMI buyback is a token burns. So token burns happen whenever there's a large portion of the, or whenever collectibles are bought and sold in primary market, and then I think 2.5% is bought and sold in secondary market. After that, ECOMI has to buy back the collectibles, which in return buys them back in OMI and burns the reserve. So the OMI gets burned from the ECOMI buybacks. It doesn't all happen at once. It was even in a recent announcement or AMA, whether it happens consistently or not, and it seems to just kind of happen at their own pace when they choose to. And then lastly, the VeVe metaverse. There's actually a recent AMA with Trap that I have not watched yet, and I really want to watch it, but it kind of answered some of the questions coming out about the VeVerse. Essentially a place where we can take all of our VeVe collectibles and stick them in this augmented reality, virtual reality, if you say, and gamify them. This is the big picture for VeVe, ECOMI, and a lot of other NFT programs or platforms, is to gamify all the collectibles. That way, you know, your 1 in 600 comic will be one of the 600 comics existing in the VeVe that you can hang on your wall or whatever it's going to look like. And somebody can come in your house and see, man, you got one of those Marvel #1 comics. That's crazy. There's going to be a lot more to it. There's a lot of speculation about the VeVe, the metaverse. It's really freaking cool. I'm probably not telling you anything you don't know, so I will tell you something you don't know, and that's a personal story. So I own a coffee shop, and there's a 3D transitional company right next to me. Keep in mind, I live in the South, and technology is not really as advanced as it is, you know, in other places, bigger cities. The 3D transitional company next to me, what they do is, if you've ever gotten something to build, okay, you order a piece of furniture from a store or, you know, whatever it is, you get a piece of paper that tells you how to put it together. It says, you know, it kind of labels them like, you know, this set of screws will be 1, this set of bolts will be 2, and you put it all together. So what this 3D transitional company does next to my house is they do that in virtual augmented reality. So they built a tower in Indonesia last year. What they did for this is, instead of sending them a 2D printed how to put this together, they made a 3D scale of how to put it together. So when they're building this tower in Indonesia, all they need is some Google glasses or Oculus or the products that, say, Apple's coming out with, and it shows them where every individual screw and bolt goes. That way they're able to put this tower together perfectly without trying to read it off of a 2D piece of paper. So when a lot of people are like discussing like the metaverse, the VeVe, and all these future technologies, it's not just based off of like collectors and not just based off people that want to play video games. Like, this is an advancement as like a society. This is a vast advancement in technology. I've heard arguments for this being the end of the internet, going from 2D to 3D. There's a lot more behind this than just video games, which video games is awesome. I'm super excited about that. I'm a big gamer myself. So yeah, I say all of this to say the metaverse, the VeVe, this stuff is so much more practical and tangible and going to be adopted. I believe adopted more strongly, because it's more than just gaming. It's the future of our technology. So that's a personal example of somebody that does something right next to where I work. But I mean, people are practicing surgeries through VR, you know, without having to use cadavers, which, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with using cadaver, but I'm sure it's better to be able to practice virtually before doing it on even a dead body. There's just so much, you know, like, technology is crazy and it's just growing, and people don't get it, but they will. And I feel like by the time most people get it, it's gonna be too late. And I'm so excited to be involved with some projects that do get it. I think VeVe is one of those projects, and I think as far as long term, we're gonna succeed. We got a good team. We got a team of collectors, engineers. We got Alfred Kahn as the guy who recruits. I know a lot of you know this, but we have structure, and we've had a roadmap for a while. We've been rocking and rolling before some of these NFT companies even started, so I think they'll stick with it. All right, ran over. Yeah, the VeVe is going to be awesome. I'd love to make a video on it once I learn more. When I say learn more, like, they just did an AMA last week kind of discussing a little bit more on the VeVe, so I don't want to speak of it until I listen to that AMA. I saw a tweet where a museum was using AR to add animation and 3D holograms to the art. Yes, I've seen that too. Also, if you're around for VeveCon in California this year, well, it was supposed to happen. It was actually a big letdown, but the entire thing was virtual reality. You could like walk through. I actually have a live on this as well. You could walk through like each door, and there would be different stuff to look at, like museum type stuff of like statues. There'd be games to play. There'd be like prizes to win, videos to watch. It was going to be awesome, the Comic-Con that teamed up with VeVe. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, that was the biggest letdown of the year. I don't think that was VeVe's fault. But yeah, I mean, to ignore that was a letdown, I feel like I'd be lying to you. I personally was let down, you know. Whether your feelings on it or not might be different. Obviously, I'm still with VeVe and I still support VeVe, so I'm not throwing shade. So yeah, Crypto Far West, go follow this dude. I mean, like, I would love to, if he's cool with it, I'll even reach out to him and just like watch this with you guys. If you don't watch on your own, because like you absolutely have to watch this. Also, he is creating his own NFT of this. A very talented person. Let's see if he has under media. No, he posts so many dang memes. Let's see. Basically, he's making an NFT version of this art, but I don't know where he would have put it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So this is on OpenSea. You got WTF is VeVe. There's 3 items, 1 owner. There's been none traded because it hasn't been minted yet. Let's see how many of each one there is. So this is OpenSea. If you're not familiar with it, this is another platform to buy, sell, and trade NFTs. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on it because I don't want to like deter from VeVe and this drop, because that's what initially the video was about. But this does have to do with it because Crypto Far West is awesome. This is directly about VeVe. So this is just something he said. I'm so bullish I could eat my desk. In one of the original videos with Johnny Dunn, I believe. We don't have much information on this. Oh, okay, so there's 500 of these minted. Of this one anyways. Let's see the other one. I assume that this is the more rare one. Let's see. Minted. Why does it not say how many were minted? Huh. Am I missing something? Oh, let's see. Somebody said, you're one of the few people who gets this beyond gaming for the VeVeverse. I appreciate that. You know, I'm not trying to act like a know-it-all because I don't. There's so many people in the space that know so much more than me. I just understand how the first time I bought my my Oculus Quest over a year ago, it kind of blew my mind with where technology was heading. And then I started researching like Google Glass before they came out. And then I started understanding the corporations that are getting virtual reality involved. And then that 2D to 3D transitional company moved in beside me. So all of this just started unraveling over the past few years, and it all just made sense. Yeah, but yeah, it goes a lot deeper than just gaming. Like this is, I hate, like, again, I don't want to be a moon boy. I don't want to be somebody that's like, you know, tries to overhype things, but like, I really think everything I discussed prior to right now is the future. And, you know, I could be wrong. I don't know. Don't take anything I say. Take it with a grain of salt. Nobody knows. We could wake up tomorrow, have a huge technology crash. Who knows? U.S. I'm in the U.S. I don't know where you guys are from. U.S. could ban crypto, but if they, my argument towards that is like if the U.S. banned crypto, but they want to consider themselves a free country, no, like they'd be going against so much that they stand for. So I mean that'd be a lot bigger deal than crypto. Anyways, I don't know how many is minted. It doesn't say. I wish Crypto Far West was in here. Let's see this one. This one's already got offers on it. There's only 21 minted of this one. Interesting that he already had offers on it and it wasn't even dropped yet 2 days ago. He got offered on US dollar coin. Who goes through OpenSea and offers USDC? I guess that's more common than I thought. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I know Marvel pulled out of the Comic-Con. It was just, it seemed to me like it was known by VeVe and by Marvel more than well over the time they gave us. Like they gave us like a day and said, all right, we can't do this. And that's what bothered me. It wasn't that they pulled out, period. It was that like I know they knew well before then and not a word was said. But again, that's the past. People make mistakes. Companies make mistakes. I'm not, it's, you know, I'm not going to hang over it. All right, let's see. Still no Medium article either. That's just crazy. That's going to go for like a record of longest time to post a Medium article. Unless they posted it right now. Nope. Still no Medium article. Let's see. So yeah, all those things incorporating where what Crypto Far West was talking about. All of those things are going to factor into price. I'm not going to say that as soon as we hit immutable that it's going to skyrocket. Think about it for a second. Sometimes you just got to use logic. If a lot of the whales and a lot of the investors right now are waiting for it to hit immutable for it to skyrocket, why is it going to skyrocket? I mean, like, I definitely think it can help. I've discussed all those reasons before, especially like the fiat of being able to, get your gems out of the app for OMI. Like, I absolutely think that, and staking OMI for the Master Collector program is going to be huge. Like, once OMI actually has a utility, because it doesn't have utility right now. Why would you buy, other than your belief in the future of OMI and the future of VeVe? There's no practical reason to buy OMI right now. But when it has utility, when you can stake OMI to get Master Collector, to get into the Master Collector program and potentially get access to secret drops, ultra rare drops, get other benefits, maybe land in the VeVeverse, maybe something in the VeVeverse, who knows? Like, everybody's going to want OMI. OMI is going to be burning like crazy with some of the recent announcements that they announced, and with all these drops dropping while we're sitting around this 0.0030 average. Like, I'm excited, Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to go to $1 or anything like that. Who freaking knows? But what I do know is, like, we kind of have no choice but to go up once those things that I talked about in the last few minutes happen. Hate that I have to say this, not financial advice. Never take advice from anybody on YouTube, including myself. Look into it yourself. If you want to look into this stuff, keep up with their AMAs, keep up with their discussions about OMI. Understand what buybacks are. Understand what the VeVeverse is. Know that, and then make your decision. If you see a YouTube video that says $10 OMI by 2022, don't go spend a ton of money on OMI. Like, it's not something I would advise. So yeah, lots of fun stuff, guys. I mean, crazy stuff coming. The NFT space as a whole is booming. And I hope that via Immutable, once we get in on like OpenSea officially, it's going to help us out as well. Will do, buddy. I'll check my DMs after the stream. Speaking of which, if being they didn't post the Medium article, I might be wrapping up shortly. Is there anything else you guys want to mention or talk about before I get off? Like, one of the reasons why I do these live streams, besides the fact I'm trying to get this in before a hurricane potentially destroys my area, is I like hanging out with people. I can make a video on this and make it more crisp and not stutter as much and look, I don't know, a certain way, but like, I like hanging out. It's more natural. I enjoy making videos, but at the end of the day, I like just hanging out with people. There's not a lot of people in like real life that I can talk about this stuff with, because at the end of the day, nobody freaking cares. Like, there's some like potentially like culture, life-changing events happening in this space right now that could change the way we see things in the next 5 years, and nobody gives a damn. But whatever. I guess they will when they figure it out. Any clue when the next Marvel comic release will be? Yeah, Tuesday. It's going to be... Here it is. It's going to be The Amazing Spider-Man, which is one that I think is going to be awesome. It's the first time Spider-Man meets the Fantastic Four. I believe the release date of this specific comic was 1963. You can fact check me if you want. I could be wrong. And I think, I definitely think that I looked it up earlier. I just don't remember exactly. But I think the first ever Amazing Spider-Man comic was actually in 1962. I think this was just his first time meeting with the Fantastic Four. I'm not a big comic collector outside of the VeVe app right now. Honestly, I think it'd be advantageous to be a comic collector, because you would know which one of these will hold more value or not. But I guess we can't really say just because they hold more value in the physical copies means that they will in the NFT copies. I don't know. That's a good discussion, a good conversation. Somebody said I actually prefer live streams. I appreciate that. I do too. They're more natural and more fun for me. Editing's not a lot of fun. Even though like my videos aren't perfect, I'm a pretty big perfectionist. And I just feel like I'm not myself over some videos, because like I have to like maintain this level of like YouTuber. Speaking of which, I mean, like, I hate it, but like YouTube rewards so much for like charisma, for thumbnails, for what's it called? SEC words, like what words you use in your title, basically clickbait, and I hate that. Like, I don't obviously, like, I've done like some like somewhat clickbait stuff before, but like it's like that's how YouTube pushes you. So I feel like in live streams, who cares? Somebody said when Spider-Man comic releases, I'm going to be at school. All right, get this. During 2 of the comic drops last week, or the last 2 weeks, I was at a doctor's appointment. One of them, I got an upper, what is it? Upper GI X-ray, and I was just about. Actually, I just got off the machine, and I couldn't have technology there, and it was like 2 minutes before the drop. And then the one before that, I was waiting for my doctor to come in, and he actually came in during the drop, and I was like mashing the buy now button while talking to my doctor. So Cambit said, yeah, 1962, you're right. I appreciate you looking that up and fact checking me. They won't care until NFTs are at McDonald's. Hey, get this. McDonald's put their name on a rock. McDonald's. Did I spell that wrong? What is that? I'm going to assume you spelled it right. McDonald's rock. Let's see if it pops up. Can't. So there's an actual like rock NFT. They sent me something on Twitter. I don't know if they tagged me or what. They're like, hey, look at this. And it's a rock, like just, the rocks that cost a lot with a McDonald's emblem on it. I'll find it in a second. Let's see. The moment somebody said take a potty break. The moment it hits 12 was lunchtime. I was in the milk freezer. Dude, the milk freezer at work. I know like our local Sam's has like a milk freezer that you like walk into and it's freezing cold. Five years from now, he's going to be like, so that's what he was doing. Dude, I really like, I'm either going to be incredibly wrong about some of this stuff and the rest of the people that I know in person are going to be like, you're an idiot. Or I'm going to be incredibly right about some of this stuff and they're going to be like, I'm an idiot. I don't really care whichever way it goes. I dropped my pride a long time ago. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's part of life. Let's see. I'm going to find this rock. I think maybe I followed it. Where would it be under? I don't get on Twitter on my desktop. Let's see. Did I follow it or did I get followed by it? I think somebody maybe tweeted me. No, this is just stuff that. Would I have liked it? I'm going to find this McDonald's rock. So it wasn't just a McDonald's rock. They have like, oh, this is a really cool project. Again, I'm not going to like sit here and chill at projects. I'm thinking about doing a live stream this week, just going over all the NFT projects that I'm involved with right now. One of them is 777. I'm not going to go into it too deeply, but basically it's based off a anime and manga, and the artist is a big fan of like anime and manga. And there's going to be 7,777 of them released. They're going to have utility and they're going to be gamified, of course, in the metaverse. And they all have links and Easter eggs to actual animes, to my understanding. But again, I want to dedicate an entire video, our entire stream, just to kind of looking and unpacking this. But the community is growing. There's a lot of other ones that are really cool out there, but that's just a cool one to me because I'm not a huge fan of anime, but like I've always liked anime. I've watched most of the mainstream animes, and I've watched a couple of the indie anime. So, I mean, that's cool for me. I feel like I'll get some of the references and find some of the Easter eggs. The artist is really cool, too. I just thought this was cool. I shared this a little while back. It says Immutable X is coming to OpenSea. We're excited to announce OpenSea will soon support the trading of NFTs on their gas free. Oh my! If any of you buy NFTs outside of VeVe, you'll understand how amazing that is. Gas fees right now, to give you an idea, I tried to buy one of Brockme Blockchain's and Fish the other day for $40. My gas fees were $113. So my total came out to be whatever those two were combined, $150 something for a $40 NFT. So yeah, gas free, layer 2. Get this. Where does it even say that? Well, you know, if you watched my Immutable X video, or if you watched any other Immutable X videos, also carbon free. So compared to most NFTs out there, it's not destroying the environment as much. I mean, actually, I think it's like 99% carbon neutral. So like, I mean, it's pretty much no effect at all, especially compared to like if you consider other ways of art. How sick is that Afrodroid? Another project I'm involved with heavily, Afrodroids. Not going to go into it right now. Large percent goes to charities in Africa to get women off the streets into dance, music, and art. That's what sold me on this project. 20% of every sale goes to them, and then 25% of the secondary transaction goes to them. So it got me. That's what sold me. I'm not going to stop until I find this rock. I don't know if any of you watch. So I make these reels sometimes that like are really silly. Like I basically, I want people to just like either get a laugh out of it or almost get annoyed by them. And I made a reel that was like how to like protect your keys, which I mean it's kind of serious, but not really. Well, like basically I got a piece of paper, wrote down my 12-word seed phrase down, and I put it in a physical vault that I have. And in the video, I knew people were going to try to pause it because, like, why wouldn't they? If you paused it, this is what you saw. I just thought it was kind of funny because I wanted to troll the people that were trying to steal my seed phrase. But you would have had to pause it on perfect timing, like right when I was going to put it in the vault. So it's like a little Easter egg. But yeah, it just says that. I don't know what YouTube's like cussing violation is for reels, so I put a nice little star by it just in case, you know. I don't know if I'll ever find this rock. I'm sure it'll pop up eventually. Another artist, Abby. I'm actually going to be doing a live with her this week. She is from Africa, a tribe in Africa. She does, this is really cool. I hope some of you are still in here. So Abby does hands with like painted nails on them in her OpenSea. To my understanding, but I'm gonna let her explain this more. I don't know if this is from migrating or not migrating. I don't know if this is going from the Africa to the U.S. because she currently lives in the U.S. or this just happened in Africa. But when the a lot of African women were oppressed, they were told not to show their nails, especially like they're like with like long nails that are painted, because it was a sign of being like I guess the settlers thinking that it's like whorish or slutty or whatever they deemed it as. So they had to hide their hands. So a way to express her art and express her culture, she actually draws hands with painted nails on them to kind of send a message. And I think that's really cool. I'm totally about that. It's so much deeper than like just a cash grab or making a buck. Like this is talking about like culture and heritage, and I'm about it. Really cool though. Congrats to Abby. I think this is actually her most expensive NFT that she's ever made. Like as far as like buying and selling goes, it's now worth half an ETH. That's crazy, Abby. Look at you go, girl. $1,619 US, 0.50 ETH. But yeah, with this work, I'm celebrating Black women freely expressing themselves and beautifying themselves by their own standards and paying homage to my ancestors in a modern way. Inspired by traditional Igbo Yuli artists and Black American women who love expressing their creativity through extravagant nail design. So that's really cool. I love people being able to send deeper messages through art. Like that's one of the key points of art, in my opinion. I found out about her through a clubhouse that I was involved with. All these people were that I screenshotted right here. I know I'm getting really sidetracked to find this rock, but I will find it. Are any of you in chat right now involved with the NFT projects besides VeVe? Oh, so I was talking earlier. Somebody in chat, who was it? Where was it? Somebody said I'm going to be in school. Who said I'm going to be in school? The moment, top killer. I think it was top killer. Oh, here it is. I don't have COVID. At least I don't think so. Better not. When Spider-Man comic releases, I'm going to be at school. So this is where I was during one of the last drops. While talking to my doctor, I was on my phone just clicking. And that's cool, top killer. I mean, like, majority of my stuff's on VeVe. I think, again, with the licenses and the team and the OGs, I mean, VeVe's where it's at. Look, I'm doing all this work to find a rock. I'm going to find it, though. Enjoy my entire feed. Oh, actually, and I have some good sidetracks while we're getting down there. This is awesome. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear this well. All right, so he was talking about ILV, Illuvium. It's a AAA game dropping at the end of the year, I believe. Basically, you play to earn ETH, and it's really cool because he's like, we haven't attracted world-class founders. He doesn't know about VeVe. Like, he doesn't know that we have world-class founders. So, like, obviously he's not talking about us, but that was just even more confirmation that we're on the right track. I mean, we have Alfred Kahn, which I would totally consider him a world-class founder. And the way that David Hughes ran everything and Rise and the team, I definitely think that we're there. Corgi, Corgi, oh my, am I right, Chris? All right, fun fact that I am openly willing to admit on live stream, and I don't care because I want to be real with everybody. I was a firm believer in Corgi. I wasn't like there to shill it. I wasn't there, like I wasn't like, I didn't have any insider knowledge. Corgi was a coin that came about that, yes, it was a shit coin. I even said that in my videos. That came up during the last bull run that could have been awesome. I mean, it was there right after, I think, Akita. So basically it branched from Doge. All right, people realized that Doge already blew up. What's next? They went to Shiba. And I was like, all right, well, Shiba kind of blew up. Where do I go next? And there's only a couple of options. One of the options was either like Corgi, Akita, or another coin. I completely believed that Corgi, it had like a much smaller market cap than the other coins. It had token burns. It had lotteries, which were really cool. Basically, it would select like one person for the lottery to win like X amount. It had everything it needed. Guess what happened? The Corgi is something you never want to look into. That's what Corgi is. The dev abandoned us. I mean, mid-project, the community's growing as a community-based coin. I was making videos on it. You can go to my YouTube channel, look in my previous videos. I was making videos on Corgi, what it was, telling people about it. Again, not shilling it. I was saying what I knew. I did not have insider knowledge, and I lost money on Corgi. The dev completely abandoned us. He actually found out later that no offense to anybody on live, I definitely think addicts can recover. But he, what's it called? He had a fallback, I guess. I can't think of the word, but he got on heroin again. And because on his other Reddit posts, he's actively talking about heroin and going on binges and stuff like that. Red flag, really, if you see a founder doing that. But anyways, he went on a binger, abandoned the community. Right when he abandoned the community, we went, not just Corgi, the entire market went from, went from a bull run to bear market. And then everybody got mad. Everybody left. Corgi fell apart. You want to know what happened with Corgi? That's what happened with Corgi. I was not involved in any sort of way. I was not tricking anybody. Not one of my videos did I say buy it. I said it's your choice. So yeah, if any of you are still here from Corgi, if any of you go back and watch my Corgi videos, that's how it is. I mean, I got a little bit of flack because people thought I was shilling it. I never shilled it. Never once. I always said I always pointed to things like OMI and Hex and Ethereum, ADA, Dash. I pointed to real utility coins. I made a couple of videos about a coin I thought really could 100x, but I didn't label it like that. I labeled it as just information about this coin, and that's what happened. I mean, people make mistakes. That was one of mine. Somebody said, Canvas said, I have more in gas fees than the coin itself. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. Not only was Corgi, like, did I, like, oh, God. Yeah, I think I paid 200 something in gas fees for Corgi at one point. Like, it hurts my heart. But I made that up in Hex, so whatever. I've like 4x my money in Hex in a couple weeks. Actually, this is so Hex, on the other hand, not chilling Hex right now. Do your own research. I put 500 in Ethereum before it shot up again. It turned to 900. I put that 900 into Hex, and that 900 was worth 1,200 during this screenshot, August 15th. I went ahead and staked around, I don't know, half of it at the time. Long story short, I'm now sitting at like 1,700, 1,800, something like that. And this is in a matter of a month. So that's pretty cool. But I did stake some of it for a year. And then I'm holding for the next for the split into a new chain, which is its own conversation. I'm a big ADA holder. I'm sure you saw that. Dude, where is this rock? I'm doing all this work to find this rock. What even is Hex? Hex is owned by one of the early investors in Bitcoin. He's a complete douchebag. I can't stand him. He's everything I hate about this world, but he's a genius. I don't really mean that. He's actually like, he is annoying, but he's actually, he's like one of those really annoying guys, but actually gives a lot to charity and actually like, I don't know, I guess does some good for the world. He's just extremely prideful. I'm trying to think of his name. I'm surprised I can't think of it right now. I'm just gonna look it up. Okay, I'll make a video on that. Richard Hart is his name. Okay, so it's founded by Richard Hart, and basically it's like it's sort of set up like a bank. Basically, the longer you put up your money and the amount of money that you put up is how much you get back in rewards. So like I locked my first Hex investment up for 15 years. With that long-term investment, I'm able to get the maximum amount of interest and what they're called as T-share rewards from it. And I get money, you know, it's kind of like staking your crypto, but it's a little different. I get money as time goes. Well, the cool thing about that is if I were to put it up for 15 years and pull out early, I get penalized. I mean, a pretty hefty penalty. Like I lose like all of my, depending on when you pull out, it's like set in tiers. You can lose like a quarter of your investment, your whole investment. You can lose just your interest. Anyways, this incentivizes people not to rug pull. Okay, so if Hex hits like this week, Hex hit an all-time high of like I think like actually like 20 cents or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Not 20 cents. Maybe it's like maybe it was 2 cents. Whatever. Let me look it up. I don't want to be wrong. I'm gonna follow. Don't worry. Bear with me. You're gonna want to hear about this. That's not Hex. Why is Hex not on here? There it is. Oh yeah, 22 cents. It hit a high of probably like 23 cents or something like that. Anyways, it incentivizes people not to rug pull because they can't. I mean, you have whales that have their crypto locked up for 10 to 15 years because they want maximum rewards. So when Hex hits all-time highs, people can't rug pull because they literally can't. It's staked up. So yeah, I mean, just based on the rewards, it's going to Pulse chain soon. So once it hits Pulse, it's going to divide into two. You're going to have E-Hex and P-Hex. That's Ethereum Hex and Pulse chain Hex. And it's essentially going to give you, it's going to be the largest airdrop in history to my knowledge. And they're going to give you whatever you have in Hex. They're going to copy your coin and paste it on a Pulse chain. That way you own your E-Hex and P-Hex. That's why Hex is shooting up or has been shooting up this week. It looks like this is just a 24-hour graph. It looks like it's been whatever, but the 14-day graph shows you a lot better. The 30-day graph. And the first one I staked, I made a video on how to buy Hex. And nobody cared. And I made that video like when Hex was at like, I want to say, I don't remember exactly where. It was definitely down here somewhere, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. Hex happened to be a win for me. Back to looking for the rock. Wait. Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm just going to have to look for it like on. Let's see. I'll show you, bro. So the first time I put in Hex, I didn't put hardly anything in just because I don't know why I didn't. I think I had a lot come up in life. My wife got pregnant. My what else happened during that time period? We needed like a new roof. We needed other stuff, so I didn't put a lot in. Long story short, I think I put 100 in. I don't know if I actually can show you because I don't want it to show something that I don't want it to show. But I 5x'd the 100. I think I put 130 in. It's at 492 with a $31 interest so far. But I went ahead and the second time I put in 900, and that 900 is now whatever. Let's see, 919 plus 700. That 900 is now 1650, which was originally a $500 investment in Ethereum. How do we get into the Captain America drop? Captain America drop is happening Tuesday. All you have to do is download the VeVe app. It's going to make sure that it's updated. Go check the App Store to make sure it's updated. If you have to restart your phone in order to make it appear, I guess have to go back to this later. And once the drop actually appears on your like drops coming soon, you can go ahead and put like remind me. Set a timer on your phone to remind you exactly when the drop's going to happen, and you should be good to go. So like it's going to have something similar to this. Let me see if I can have it on my phone. Yeah. You just connect your credit card to VeVe or your debit or whatever you want to connect. And you don't have to preload gems. I would recommend preloading them. Keep in mind, if you're brand new to VeVe, we currently cannot get our gems out. So in order to profit immediately, if you're not, long term on it, you're going to have to sell at a secondary market. You can either sell in VeVe and then sell your gems at a different rate, or you can sell your collectible directly off of third party. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And yes, I've sold collectibles off that. I'm not really going to recommend it. It just depends on what you're doing it and why you're doing it. Let's see if it has a coming drop. Mine still doesn't show. Does it show for anybody else? Captain America yet? Is the medium article out? I don't think so. I'm still refreshing it. I was really hoping that it would come out before the stream just so I could like run through it, but no. I'm assuming it's going to be very similar to the Spider-Man, where we have, let's see, 32,000 common at $40, 16,000 at $50, 9,000 at $100. Which one is this? No, oh yeah, that's rare. 2,500 at $250, and the 1,000 at 400. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to that. It can't be far. But we won't know until they post it. And for some reason, they're not posting it. Oh, Ether. Right here. I found it. I think I did. Ayo. So these are the little Ether rocks I was talking about. The original ones, I could have bought an original one when it first dropped. They had the carvings in the rocks. How many is there? Why is there a blue one? There's only 100 of them? Where's the original one? Are they all McDonald's? Okay, yeah, I definitely got tagged in like something different than this, because the one that I looked at, they had like the M, the B, and all that in the rocks. This is silly. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. Are people buying and selling these? So you have a freaking rock with a McDonald's hat on. That's 162 bucks, and actually with Ethereum gas fees right now, that's probably like $265. Sweet, dude. Hopefully you can get in on the AfroDroid drop Wednesday. That's gonna be sick. I've been trying to win an AfroDroid with everything in me, but I haven't been able to yet. But I'm actually got some Ethereum transfers to do today to make sure I can get a few. Oh, anyways, let's see. Has people been trading these? It was minted by null address. Oh my. Okay, so the only person selling these is the person who made them. That's interesting. Have any of them sold? I want to see if these are fake sales. Okay, so if it says from fast food ether rocks to like another null address or sketchy address, these are totally fake. Let's find out. Recently sold. Let's see who bought one of these. All right, you're telling me that this is 1 ETH, huh? Let's figure it out. All right, so it was minted by fast food ether rocks. It was sold or was listed. Dude, that's kind of sketchy. Okay, so it was minted by fast food ether rocks and it was sold to 02809A. Okay, and it was apparently sold for 0.5 ETH, and now they're trying to resell at 1 ETH. If I click on this account and all they own is rocks, this is a fake account. I don't know. What'd you create? Yeah, you created that, whatever that is. That's sketchy. This whole thing's sketchy. Unnamed account. I don't know. I don't trust that. Oh, dude, you totally should. Like 1000%, I would support you. Like I would. I don't know what goes into creating them, but I think you have what it takes. I don't have as many people in here as I did earlier today. But just to let you guys know, Cambit is a graphic designer that does a bunch of tutorials from Photopea. He's got 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're into that kind of thing or you just want to support him, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. And maybe future NFT artist. Any suggestions? Yeah, you should definitely make a rock and put your name on it. Sell it for 1 ETH. All right, there's got to be better rocks on here, like real rocks. There's no way that. Where's that? There's no way that these are real. Have you seen the original ether rocks there? Check this out. People try to sell anything on here, dude. Don't buy random projects. Stupid. They literally take pictures of stuff and just put it on it. People buy it. Where? All right. I want to find the original ether rocks. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, my bad. He said it's his other account where Cambit Creates is where the tutorials are. My fault. Wait, so is this not Cambit Creates? Have you heard of some of the upcoming Solana NFT projects? I have not. I'll look it up right now then. Warning. Oh, it's in beta. Please experience discretion. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Soul punks. Wait. Did you say Solamas or Solana? No, yeah, this is right. I won't look at this too much. Because I have a stream that I'm gonna do this week, assuming that we don't lose electricity because a hurricane's about to hit us. That I'm going to go over a bunch of different NFT projects that I'm looking at and that in the communities that I'm involved with. All right, ladies and gents. Anything else before I leave that you'd like to ask or talk about? About to wrap it up. ETH rocks. Let's look at recently sold. Dude, what? Oh, I've heard of these. I think you can sacrifice these to make a dragon. What a flip. Oh my. Oh, never mind. He didn't sell yet. He bought it for 0.09. He's trying to sell it for 4.29. Or 420.69. Yeah, I thought he actually sold it for that for a second. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, I think these lizards you can trade up for a dragon. Yeah, this is the same project. What's the floor on these? Oh. Sketch. Let's see if any of them sold. Yeah, those prices are so inflated. It's silly. People are buying them for 0.09, 0.1, and trying to sell them for 4.2 ETH. That's crazy. Oh, yeah. What up, Chris? Let's see. If that made it as an NFT, I can make NFTs. Oh, wait. Cam, are you still here? I want to show you something. If you're still here. And let's see. I honestly have good feedback on your question earlier. That's like for real. So all right, Chris said that's not crazy. What's it called? Crazy lizards. Oh, here we go. These look a lot more engineered. Okay, these must be crazy lizards, like legit crazy lizards. So where are the dragons at? I want to see how much a dragon's worth. Floor is 0.18. These are actually pretty sweet. I don't know anything about these, but if I had a lot of money, I'd be buying so many of these random. Oh, they're not out yet. I'd be buying so many of these random projects. I might look into this. I really like the artwork. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you. So Cam, you think that's bad? There's a purpose behind this. I'm not gonna get into. V Friends by Gary V. Okay, the floor price is 9.5, which is around 30,000 US dollars ish, around there. And this is how they look. Now there's utility behind these. Let's look at recently sold. I mean, they're actually selling too. It just amazes me. I mean, let's see. Somebody offered 23,000 an hour ago, and there's no way this person is going to sell it for 23,000. Let's look at the trading history. Yeah. So, did it lose value? No. Somebody sold it for 13 ETH 2 months ago, And they held on to it this whole time, and then they just sold it for 21 ETH. How much money did they make on that? They bought it for 42 grand. And where was I? They sold it for 68. Pretty good profit if you ask me. Just imagine if you could make that money on this worm. Oh yeah, so VeFriends is Gary V's project. They have utility attached to them, so I think the one-on-ones are you can actually like get a FaceTime with Gary V like 3 times a year that can be redeemed, and then there's like a V Club. I forgot what it's called, but basically like if you own one of these, you're in like a private club that has like a conference and like business meetings and other stuff like that. Like there's a lot of utility behind these. It's more than just the artwork. But yeah, I mean, these are like legit sales that are happening. That's why the other day I was like, I bought 12 of Gary V's books, because if you bought 12 of his books within the last 24 hours, it's already expired. He's going to airdrop you a free NFT, okay? A free piece of something. It's not going to be this, but this is a floor of 9.5, okay? With 10.3 thousand of them. Let's say 100,000 people buy Gary's book, or, do that deal with Gary's book. Then you would decrease the value by 10, but that would still be a floor of 1 ETH. So like, there's no way that whatever he's going to airdrop us isn't going to be worth the price of his books. The books were $26 a book. You buy 12 of them, it was like $300 something after tax. So whoever didn't buy the books and had the spare change, and by the way, you can just read the books and then give them away or give them as Christmas presents. Like, I feel like you missed out on that opportunity. But again, I'm not saying it's going to be the equivalent of VeFriends. Like, it's not, but we just don't know. All right, let's go back. Let's look recently sold. All right, this Gutsy Gecko. Here we go. It's listed at 35 grand. Let's actually see what it traded for there. Ha! Somebody sold it for 6.66. I should know these prices, but in my head by now. Let's see, 6.66. Oops. They bought it for 21K. Oops. Did not mean to do that. And they sold it for 7.3 wrapped ETH. They didn't really make that much profit off of it. I don't even know. I wouldn't take that risk for that, but I don't know. I'll send you one of those books. I got 12 of them. Camit's talking about making NFTs. He goes, bro, WTF, all I need is paint and a blindfold. Bro, but can you make this chicken that's pooping a diamond out though, huh? And spend $288,000 on it? Can you do that? I bet you can't. This is a diamond-handed chicken, bro. Let's see the trading history of it. So there's only one sale on this. It was minted, and it was sold at 25 ETH. What? So this dude, it sold for $81,000. Dude, this chicken was sold for 81 grand, dude. And that was, to my knowledge, that was all profit. It says it was minted. I don't know how much the minting was, but usually what minting is like, I don't know about for Gary's project, but it's like 0.07 ETH. So, I mean, this dude, let's see, 81. Let's say if it was 0.07, even with Ethereum gas fees, he made 80 grand on that chicken. Wild times we live in. Ayo, coffee NFT. I can help out with that. No way, this stuff's crazy. I would love to help out with coffee NFTs. So this is actually a good point. So everyone who has one can get a bag of free coffee grinds. So again, Gary's, I'll give a better example. Crypto there it is. So what these people plan on doing is, if you own a toker and you live, I guess in the US or whatever, wherever it's legal, you can actually get discounts on their products. So NFTs, actually, a lot of them hold utility. Also, these NFTs are going to be in the metaverse, and you can get a weed plant, and you can actually stake the weed plant to the toker and get bonuses for that. But yeah, this is just a good example of utility and community. Also, this community started out not long ago. I think 2 weeks ago, and they're at a floor price of 0.24, which, I mean, compared to what we were just looking at, is nothing. But I mean, if you minted it for 227 2 weeks ago, and you're already at, that's not right. You're already at $400, $500 profit for minting it 2 weeks ago. That's pretty nice. And you could have minted several of these at a floor price and made all that money. Yo, VeVe addicts, welcome. I'm sorry, I've been talking about Captain America and the new Spider-Man comic this entire stream. I just got on a sidetrack looking at some random stuff on OpenSea. I heard My Hero Academia. Can you confirm? I highly, are you talking about VeVe? I highly doubt that. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear it. I won't confirm anything I haven't seen by VeVe. Speaking of which, have they dropped their Medium article yet? I really wanted to go over the Medium article, but they kind of make that hard by not posting it. Nope. Check here again. Nope. Whatever. My Hero Academia would be awesome, though. There is a group that I'm in. Let's see. I heard it from Twitter, but got deleted. There's a group that I'm in, the 777. Whatever. I'll just go to the Discord. Oops. Maybe I won't go to the Discord. That maybe I'm with them on Twitter. See all these 777s. Oh, Johnny Dunn's even in it. I never see him post anything but VeVe stuff. Look at him being sneaky. Why am I not seeing the 777 actual Twitter page? Here it is, the sevens. By the way, this is for you, VeVe addicts. Oh, you're in the 77 gang? Okay, cool. Well, I was just going to point out that the 777s actually are a anime-based community. Where's their website at? Where it's going to be a bunch of Easter eggs to anime and cartoons. Where is it at? Oh, well, I didn't want to open disc. Oh, here it is. 7,000 unique aesthetic collectibles with references from pop culture, anime, games, memes, movies, and more. Find your fit in the metaverse. So that's pretty cool. I won't go over all of it. I'm going to dedicate a separate video or live stream just to talking about this. But this is really freaking cool. When you said My Hero Academia, it reminded me of it. There's going to be 7,000 of them. Launches September 7th. 0.07 gas plus fee, which is our Ethereum plus gas, which is the average right now. Roadmap looks pretty cool. The art, I mean, dude, how sick is that? This is going to be a really cool gig. My only concern right now is getting on the pre-sale list is pretty hard. And there's 23,000 people in the Discord, and there's only 7,000 mints. So More than half the people in Discord aren't going to get it. We'll see. And you really have to like shill to get it, which I don't like. But the project itself looks really cool. All right. Somebody said Poppy FX says, I hope for Hulk or Iron Man, but Captain America ain't that bad at all. You know, I was kind of hoping for not Captain America myself. For one, he's my least favorite Avenger. But for two, we already had the Marvel Mighty Captain America. So, like, we kind of already had, even though it was Marvel Mighty, which was, like, kind of dumb. But, like, we still already saw Captain America. So I was kind of hoping for, something a little different. I really was banking on Iron Man myself. But, you can't deny how sweet this looks. I mean, somebody pointed out earlier, like even the AR of him breathing is pretty sweet. It's just like the little details are so cool. Right. It shows at the beginning him breathing. Look at that. Look at that breathing. And then you have halfway through him like slamming the shield down, I think is like the actual secret rare animation, or at least similar to it. I hope we don't see any more Marvel Mighties. Those are so garbage. I agree. I really didn't like the Marvel Mighties, to be honest. That is cool, though. Did you know that there is a Marvel Mighty Heroes game? They could reboot it for the VeVe. That would be really cool. I don't personally like the Marvel Mighties too much, but to be able to incorporate it maybe in a separate game in the VeVe, that would be really cool. Like a side note, like let's bring all of our Marvel Mighties to this area and play this game. That would be really cool. Yeah, I agree with this. Okay, well, they give them utility. Yeah, specifically separate utility than the rest. I mean, just imagine like everybody's walking around with one of these Captain Americas. Okay, like in the VeVe, and I have so many tabs open, and then somebody else is walking around with this in the VeVe. Like, come on. That would be the lamest thing ever. It would be really cool. I mean, obviously, we're not going to get this drop, but it said heroes and villains. So, like, are we going to get a Red Skull? Like a good-looking Red Skull. I mean, I kind of like this Red Skull as a Marvel Mighty, but you know what I mean, like a full-scale Red Skull. That'd be pretty cool. I'm super disappointed that VeVe hasn't dropped their Medium article yet. They usually drop it within 30 minutes of the announcement. We're going on like hour and a half of the announcement, probably over that. Okay, we are going to get another drop this week. Yeah. This is coming Tuesday. 8 a.m. Pacific time, and then we're getting more comics. But this is actually a really cool comic. This is Spider-Man's first encounter with the Fantastic Four, and also Spider-Man's not his first comic ever, but to my knowledge, but his first comic on the VeVe app. So, in my opinion, going to be worth more than the comics that are in between. I don't know. I also expected Deadpool and Loki's first appearance to hold more weight, but they didn't. So I could be wrong about this. I wasn't actively calling that, though. I thought, Deadpool being who Deadpool is and Loki being who Loki is, that would see more pool. But I mean, I guess comparatively, the Amazing Spider-Man is still well universally liked more than Deadpool and Loki. So I guess, I would assume. What up, Fun Leader 179? How are you today? I've been going for 1 hour and 40 minutes, so thank you everybody who's tuned in. We've discussed tokenomics of OMI. We have discussed this Marvel drop with Captain America. We have discussed the comics. We went into detail finding out the dates of the comics, when they were released, when this one specifically was released, how many comics Marvel has ever put out, what the difference is between an NFT comic and a digital comic. We've looked at OpenSea and other projects. We've been killing it. I think Loki will pick up. That's good news for Gambit because he managed to somehow cheat the system and get a four-digit secret rare Loki. He didn't really cheat the system. If any VeVe founder watches this, don't ban his account. All things considered, I'm pretty great. You know, I'm about to get hit by a Category 4 hurricane, and I'm experiencing the calm before the storm. So my electricity is running. I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. I got some really cool podcast interviews this week coming up with some NFT artists. So, you know, I'm just getting prepared. Kevin said, about to get banned. Nah, ECOMI founders will never watch my stuff. He said, make it 2 hours. All right. You know what? I'm probably going to hard cut it 2 hours because I got to go take care of my daughter. I'm going to miss y'all too. Cambit, where's your army coming from, bro? Did you tweet about this live stream or something? I just see a bunch of your friends coming in. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're talking about Captain America. We're talking about the Amazing Spider-Man comic and what's to come. And maybe the VeVe gods will post the dang article before I get off. Or maybe not. Because it's whatever. Let's see how people responded to another blind box drop. I bet it's gonna be bad. Yo, Wendy, she does live streams of VeVe. Am I going to be able to have at least one team common? I'm on that team too. This is officially a second favorite next to Marvel 1. I agree. Wow. Okay, so this has had a good response so far. People are excited about this. That's cool. And let's see about the Captain America. This is going to have a good response because, I mean, this is freaking awesome. You don't even have to like NFTs in order to appreciate this. I would never do a 24-hour stream, but I would totally do a like 12-hour charity stream. You know, I don't even know how you would do a charity stream. I guess like have a fundraiser link and I don't know, but I've seen those a lot. But that's like the only time I would ever do like a ridiculously long stream. Johnny Dunn, wow, I need this. Traps Wellington, oh snap! I swear I need that secret rare. Whoops. Yeah, people are pretty hype about this. I would love to see how many of each they're gonna have, but unfortunately, they won't release the Medium article. You know, the sweet irony is, as soon as I get off, as soon as this hurricane hits and I lose power, they're gonna post the Medium article. I just know it. Not gonna lie, Captain America looks a bit scuffed. I like it. Like, I think adding the animation of breathing is really cool. Like right there. And then I think the sound effects are cool. Gambit definitely should make NFTs. I feel like he'd be good at it. And that would just be more YouTube content. Like how to make an NFT, what got me in NFTs, like, and you can sell NFTs. Yo, what up, Brendan? I've been going for almost 2 hours, but I'm glad you made it before I left. I am not a graphic designer. My wife has actually, Cam, I don't think I've ever told you this. My wife has a degree in convergence arts and media, so she actually, you know, does different styles of graphic design and videos and pictures. But no, I'm just a dude. It's a dude that likes NFTs and crypto and that kind of stuff. I'm not super talented. Somebody said, I actually laughed when I saw the animations. This cap seems super rushed and not complete. Uh, it's kind of funny because, like, I was, like, kind of really hyped when I saw it. But the more you point it out, like, the more I see, like, his face almost looks derpy. Yeah. I kind of like derpy, though. Let's see. So I said, whoa. If it was the same price as Spider-Man, I'd be pretty disappointed. Yeah, I hope it's not that much money, but I feel like it'd be the same price as Spider-Man. How to make NFTs for free in Photopea. Yeah, good luck making NFTs for free. I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know. Maybe. I've never made an NFT, and I probably never will. But I'll buy them. I'm just not artistic enough. Oh, maybe you can. Gambit has spoken. Yeah. So again, I think it's funny that you pointed it out because my baby is yelling for me. Don't worry, she's taken care of right now. But I thought it was really cool at first. I still do think it's cool overall, like the him breathing and the shield animations and the sounds. But his face definitely looks derpy. I mean. That's so funny, dude. I want an Iron Man though. I didn't like Spider-Man ones because there was only two poses, and the differences were sounds and stuff. Man, for somebody who didn't like Spider-Man, you sure did make a lot of money on it. Oh, it's 12:30 a.m. for where you're at. Where are you? If you don't go to, or where are you from? It's only, or like what country or yeah, because it's only 5:23 where I'm at. But yeah, Funny Leader, you have a good day too. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope to catch you next time. Saudi Arabia, sweet, awesome. Well, I hope to see you next time. If you like this live stream, consider liking it or subscribing to the channel. It'd mean a lot to me. Gotta get gotta go for the big ones for flip. Then I just buy low ones after for myself. Can I tell stream your last flip on the secret rare? I didn't know that was tonight. Maybe I mean I've said it several times, so people who have been here the whole time are probably getting annoyed. But I'm gonna get hit by a hurricane tonight. It's not directly gonna hit my city, but I'm gonna get like 65 mile per hour winds, and if it turns, I'll get hit harder. But a hurricane category 4 is hitting just south of me, so I might lose electricity. If I don't lose electricity, yes, I would love to see Jake Paul get knocked out. I wanted to see Jake Paul get knocked out by Ben. Why is my mind going blank? Like a month ago. I actually watched that entire fight, and that was just sad. Somebody refresh my memory. What's his name? I know he's an early investor in Litecoin. He's a pro wrestler. Yeah, I know he's actually fighting a UFC fighter now, Tyron Woodley. So, like, this isn't my expertise, so I definitely shouldn't talk about it, but I will anyways. Jake and Logan are both like pretty big dudes. I mean, I guess Jake's like relatively big. So like you take somebody who's not a UFC fighter, and like these guys have been training with professional boxing trainers for over a year. It just makes sense to me that they would do well boxing somebody who's either a wrestler or a UFC fighter, opposed to getting in their field and doing UFC or wrestling with them. But And people underestimate that. It's different. It's different techniques. But again, not really my thing. I'll definitely be watching though. I just want to see Jake get knocked out. But you know, that's the reason for these things is they're such cash grabs because everybody's going to pay for them or yeah, stream them or watch somebody stream them because they want to see Jake Paul get knocked out so bad. There's not many YouTubers on the internet that like I cannot stand, and Jake Paul is one of them. I don't even mind Logan, honestly. Like, yeah, he's made stupid decisions, and I'm not like a fan of his, but like he doesn't annoy me as bad as Jake does. Yeah, he's gonna do this because if he does UFC, if he gets in the ring with any of these UFC fighters, he's gonna get whooped. I mean, it's so different. Jake's bigger. He's been trained professionally in boxing for a good time now. So even if he doesn't have the same amount of professional fights, you take somebody who hasn't been a boxer, it just makes sense. All right, VeVe, I'm gonna check a few more times, see if you've posted the Medium article that we've been waiting on. Dude, please send it to him. Like, oh, I can't stand Jake, bro. He's so annoying. As if he did. Actually, I feel like Jake's sensitive enough to take a nobody like me and get offended by it. Like that's how sensitive I feel like Jake Paul is. Like he'll find somebody on the internet like talking trash and actually care. VeVe boxing tournament. Let's do it. Who are you putting me up against? Let's see who I want to go up against. I want to go up against. It's about to throw so much shade. All right, I'll go up against VeVault because he's just talking so much trash about VeVe. I actually don't even know how he is in person. He might be able to whoop me. VeVe social team is a clown. For real though, somebody let me know the next drop has me blocked. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna throw that shade. Let's see. Yeah, let's do we'll do VeVe boxing for clout. I get sued for slander, dude. That's probably true. Shadow boxing with David for a secret rare. I feel like David, you like low key would like whoop somebody. His face just, I don't know. That's a face of somebody who's gonna like smoke you. I'm not really a fan of the like taking celebrities or wannabe celebrities and little TikTok boys and putting them in the ring and trying to gain clout. I don't know. I think it's stupid. The only time I watch it is when I really want to see somebody get knocked out, which has happened recently. There was a TikToker that got smoked recently that I couldn't stand because he's racist and he talked so much trash to other artists. He claimed to be an actor and all he did was steal content. His name was that's how relevant he was. I don't even remember his name, but he got whooped. That one famous, like real famous TikToker, I think his name was like Nunu or something. Bryce Hall. Okay, yeah. Bryce Hall wasn't the one I was talking about. The guy I was talking about started with an N or something like that. He fought Blueface. I don't even know why I watched that, but I did. Numa, something like that. But anyways, Bryce Hall, watching him get smoked, that was gold right there. Like I didn't know a whole lot about him. I just know he talked so much trash going into the fight, like most fighters would do, and he claimed to be a real fighter, and he got smoked. I mean, the dude got beat to a pulp, and he's sitting there like, "Oh, ref called it too early. Like ref pulled me away. It wasn't over yet." Like, dude, you were gonna die. Like you literally were gonna die in that ring if the ref didn't pull it. Let's see. Like the first couple of KSI versus Logan fights, I really enjoyed because I really felt like they cared about the sport. Yeah, I watched the original KSI versus Logan Paul fight. with a couple of friends. It was pretty nice. It's funny because like I feel like Jake Paul was so irrelevant at that time, and I disliked Logan more at that time than I do now. So I really wanted to see Logan get knocked out, but I'm also not really a KSI fan either. So I guess either way that went, I was okay with it. Um, who did Logan fight last? I know it was somebody bigger. Can't think of his name right now. It got pulled kind of early. Dude, so much cash grab. They make so much money. I heard though the Bryce Hall fight, somebody swindled the money. Like basically one of the contractors, or I don't know what happened, but basically the winner was supposed to get like $1 million, and a lot of the money was stolen through like fine details of the contract. Oh yeah, Mayweather. How in the world do I forget Mayweather? So like I actually gained respect for Logan after that because like he survived, and I don't think Logan would have. I mean, I know Logan wouldn't have won. I do feel like they called that a little early from what I can remember. But I mean, Logan took it well. Like even Jake was like, "Oh, my brother didn't lose. They pulled it too early. He was winning. He won by these statistics." But Logan owned up to it and was like, "Look, I lost by, whatever points." Again, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I mean, he acted like a grown up about it. I think Mayweather was the last one to fight Logan, but the last one to fight Jake was Ben Askren. That's the name I forgot with. Ben Askren, which was like an early investor in Litecoin. But Ben Askren is just out of shape. I mean, what's his name? Who is the host for that? He's freaking hilarious. Is it Pete Davidson? Is that his name? He was like, he called him like a marshmallow at the beginning or something. He was throwing so much shade at Ben and at Jake. Like Jake got really mad about it because Jake basically found out about it after the fact. He was acting like Pete Davidson was using him for clout. Like Pete Davidson is so famous, he does not need Jake Paul for clout. Yeah, it was pretty garbage. Like as far as production goes, I mean it's a clown show. It's not a fight. I just want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. I'm not gonna do it because like I respect YouTube and their boundaries. I wish I could stream the fight and just be on live, but also I think the Hurricane Ida says differently tonight. Almost hour number 2, and VeVe official still has not dropped their Medium article. I'm gonna be so mad if they drop this article right when I get off live stream. I think this will be my longest live stream to date. So everybody who tuned in from the beginning till now, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Like the videos if you see them. It helps with the YouTube algorithms. Some videos I post do great and some do horrible. I mean, that's just part of being a YouTuber. There's some real ones in the VeVe gang. You for sure are one. I appreciate that. That's something I really always try to be is real. Like I like to say how I feel like without being micromanaged. Like if I feel like a drop is a like cash grab, or if I don't agree with something like Comic-Con being canceled a day out in advance, I like to say it, and it's okay. There's a reason that VeVe has never promoted and will never promote any of my stuff. Matter of fact, when VeVe starts, if they ever choose influencers, it's not going to be me, which is fine. I never want to be micromanaged by anybody. That being said, I love VeVe. I really do. I don't mean that to talk as an excuse to talk trash. Like I really love the company. If you were here for the stream, go back, or if you weren't here for the stream, go back and watch it later. I literally went over the tokenomics for OMI, the buybacks, VeVe, why OMI is going to increase in the future. I went over like my opinion on the comics, VeVe as a whole compared to other collectibles. I went in detail about the transition via Immutable X to the Ethereum blockchain, why Ethereum is going to be better than GoChain, All of that was talked about in this 2 hours. So yeah, if you weren't here for the whole time, go back and look at that later. Like at the end of the day, I'll call things as I see it, but like I am a believer in VeVe. I played videos in support of the fact that our founder team is amazing. Alfred Kahn is world class. David Yu's a collector himself. He cares about collectors. Rise always giving constant updates. The updates and the AMAs they give us through Discord and YouTube, they don't need to give us that. Like they would still make money without that. But that just shows how good of a team they have and how much they want to share with us. So yeah, I'm a firm believer in VeVe. I just always want to, at the end of the day, be honest about my thoughts and opinions. And if something's not okay, something's not okay. I was one of the first ones in March to start making VeVe and ECOMI videos. And originally in March, we had some leading up to April and May, April and May. That's when a lot of the stuff was happening with the announcements that weren't being followed through. We were supposed to get a new exchange in April, and we were supposed to get more. I think it was like more feedback on the OMI utility at the time, and a couple of other things. And they didn't give us any of that. And there was a lot of like announcements to announcements. Since then, I did get upset, and I expressed that I was upset over live. But people make mistakes. Companies make mistakes, and I'm not going to hold that over the head. But I absolutely was one of the people in the community that was like, hey, that's not okay. Like, to like tell people it's coming and then it's not. So I said, you're the first channel I found on VeVe that was down to earth and not super moon boy. So I've always stuck with you. Real, recognize real. I appreciate that. Like, seriously, like that's at the end of the day, that's what I want to be. That's what I want to try to stick with. That being said, 2 hours and 2 minutes. Let me blow it up right here. I will check one more time to see if they updated the medium. And let's just hope they don't update it right after I get off live stream. I appreciate everyone who stuck through this stream, whether you're here at the beginning, the middle, or the end. It was a lot of fun. This is my longest stream ever to date on that wasn't related to gaming. I'm potentially I'm going to be on the outskirts of a Hurricane Category 4 Ida. It's hitting Louisiana. Look it up if you haven't heard about it. It's dangerous. It's one of the largest storms since the 1850s. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be affected. We're going to get around 65 mile per hour winds and harsh rain, but overall we're going to be fine. There's some of my friends and family that are having mandatory evacuations down in New Orleans and in Baton Rouge and the South. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. It's sad. Last year there was a lot of homes that got destroyed, and it barely even made national news. So if you guys don't hear from me in the next few days, it's probably because I lost electricity and I won't be as active. But besides that, I'm not trying to do a pity party. I'm just letting you update you on what's going on around my area and why you might not hear from me. Until next time, peace out, guys.